decided to make this video for Klipkop with regards to this tweet that's been going around, and then also with regards to his video on YouTube that he put on about me last night, where he spoke of it. So I'm just going to play this and then pause it and give my input with regards to his accusations and assumptions, which is completely ignorant if we just back it out completely.
Dag 'n boy vra wat rook jy? Ek het 'n keuse tussen Derby en JFK, maar ek rook maar eerder 'n Derby. Asof die Derby maak my voller, jy weet. O ja, kom fokus jy nie. Hallo. Hierso. Dit is. Maar ek weet nou nie wat presies hier gebeur het nie, maar ek weet veral in 2017. O ja, hierdie wil ek jou eers wys hê. Ek grys oor rilling as ek daai sien. Maar vandag was mos nou die proteste in Hartswater gewees van die familie wat in die familie se lyke was soek gewees 3, 4, 5 dae. En daar was o ja. Mariska Skalekamp. Nou hierdie video wat sy geshare het, is actually van Hartswater af. Maar dit is Hartswater.
So there you can find the first thing that triggered me to send it. Coming from the Northern Cape, I knew that this area was Hartswater. So I immediately assumed it as correct and factual information.
Sy het na die tyd nog 'n post gemaak en gesê, "Moenie so ek verstaan nou, dit is van die vorige protes. Sorry, ek was geflous geweest." Maar as sy nie ge-worry het oor die retweets en die likes, as sy regtig maar daar was vir die bewusmaking, sou sy dit natuurlik afgehaal het.
And then, yeah, I just want to stop him, because what he's saying here is just not making any sense. He feels, in his collected opinion about what he saw about me online, that I deliberately posted this to get some likes and some tweets. So to just back it out for you, like, I don't even have an Instagram account because I don't care about things like that. I rarely ever post on Facebook because I don't care about things like that. And also I work with clients online. I've been doing it for 9 years on their social media accounts. So I just don't feel the need to open up social media accounts for myself and just hop around and get friends and likes. Also, I understand that there's a reality outside of Twitter, and the likes and the tweets and the retweets that you get there can only be for awareness. There's nothing you can gain from it, unless you get paid to tweet things and those type of things. But in my case, this certainly was not it. So just here, he bashes my personality and my intentions with this tweet.
En sy het dit nou nog nie gedoen nie. Dink julle ek is onnodig? Want ek weet in 2017, 2018 was daar 'n verskriklike klomp mense wat stories uit proporsie uitdraai en volknuus versprei, dan lyk plaasmoord bewusmaking soos 'n grap. En ek wil nie, ons is nou, ek voel ons is redelik, jy weet, ons is redelik akkuraat en mense double-check hulle informasie en dit is.
Here I just want to stop him again. All of his sentences is, I feel this, I feel this, I feel she is unreasonable for leaving the video up. None of his assumptions that he's making a bold statement on a YouTube platform make sense, in the sense that if I really wanted to create awareness for the farm murders, then I would delete the video, which does not make sense. If you look at this tweet, it's almost reached like, I don't know, let's see, 267. It goes on forever and ever, and it's spreading, which is exactly what we need to do. I've only received about 3,000 profile clicks, but to me that really doesn't make any sense. Yeah, you can see the stats. I've got one follower on this specific tweet, but it doesn't really bother me. The context that this oak is trying to push this tweet through is what's bothering me. He's completely taking the nice sentiment out of it, gathered on his own opinion. Here you can see I tweeted it, and I tweeted the next video, which was allowed to go up on Twitter due to the length, the time length. And here's another video that I tweeted. And then you start seeing replies. So these replies, I'm not sure if he knows how Twitter works, but these replies are automated by your timeline. So you will see replies from people in your timeline, for example, which just makes this conclusion absolutely crazy that he's trying to push. And he keeps on stopping himself, or I'm going to keep on stopping him, and then you can see where he is deliberately not even making sense. Let's get back to this video.
Sprei die waarheid en ons is nou weer besig om sulke tipe goed in te laat. En op die eind van die dag gaan ons weer soos 'n grap lyk. Dink julle ek is verkeerd? Berisp my.
We now get to his comments.
Daar op iets sê Mariska het vroeg in die dag jammer gesê dat sy die ou video per ongeluk gepost het. Ja maar ek
Yeah, I just want to stop him, but because the first response he got from his own fans was, yes, but she said, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know, and I made it right, and I tweeted everywhere that I could. This oak's first response is, yes, but. So his intent with this thread is not to enlighten him with opinions and maybe shift his aspect. Every single answer he gives here is, yes, but. I yes, but I. So if you lay this out, I don't know who's looking for followers and tweets here, and also to take a chat from a Twitter platform and put it on a platform like YouTube. Just it is for expansion of your own personal channel's growth, for example. So he saw something that was trending, and what he's doing now is just taking this whole thing out of context. If he can only think about the international exposure that I've been working on for months and months and months, because I realize there's a blanket media in between Africa and America. Exactly what's happening over there is happening here. We just don't know about it because we're deliberately being blinded. I feel this oak is deliberately blinding people.
Ek is meer as bereid om vir ek sal my tweets afhaal, geen probleem nie. As hy haar ook afhaal, die ding is om
Now he wants to bargain with me. He's now setting an ultimatum for me to say, if I delete my tweets, then he will delete his tweets. Which is also keeping me in a captive state, which is just a stupid mentality, seeing that we both fight for the same cause. But there's a reason for all of this. I'll explain it to you.
Om iemand te vergewe, ek vergewe iemand wat tussen jy acknowledge jou fout, jy erken jou fout. En dan as jy dit nog kan regmaak, maak reg wat jy verkeerd gemaak het.
Okay, so what this oak also doesn't realize is, if he feels like he's not going to forgive me or anything, that's really his problem. Forgiveness comes in between a person and God. That's your own religious aspect, feelings, and relationship. And it also comes with not doing, I don't know how to explain it, not forgiving between me and him has got nothing to do with anything. I don't know why you can personally, he's got this grudge against me. He's like holding on to this wrath. Also, what drives this oak blasted the same video that I posted, but only in 2017. So he feels that this is his little baby. This is his little video. But what he's not knowing is taking snippets of information off of Twitter and putting it on another completely biased platform. He is the one that's giving platforms like Busting and those things credit and solid and valid facts, because he just froze this whole massive awareness thing that happened. He froze it on his YouTube channel to be fake. So the only thing Busting and those people are going to do is use this guy's exact same evidence. So he's not really thinking about what he's doing. When you work online, you do have to realize that there's a lot of power that comes with exposing things, for example.
En sy het nog nie daai stap gedoen nie. Dis hoekom ek haar nog nie vergewe het nie.
He can keep the grudge.
Dit is hoekom ek haar nog nie vergewe het nie. Aris Akibaan is alweer laat. Soos vir jou, Aris Akibaan.
So this is his channel.
Sê, jou hart is op die regte plek. Ek weet, julle hou partykeer nie daarvan nie. Julle hou partykeer nie daarvan nie. Maar ek meen, daar moet ten minste iemand wees wat die beweging op die regte pad hou.
If this guy feels that he is the chosen one to keep a movement on track, he's doing it for the wrong reasons. And I honestly think that this is a battle not between me and him or anything. It's about institutions. He is committed to a certain institution, and so am I, for example. This video was shared from a farmer group, a trusted source of farmer group. Like AfriForum is one of those that's got groups that send out alerts. Then we've got, let me just see, what is this one? Yeah, so there's groups like AfriForum and then Suidlander, for example. So even in his own comment thread, he explains that you need to get information from verified sources, which is exactly what I did. I never went and scratched for videos and compiled something. I was merely asked to create awareness, to share this event, because I am on Twitter, and I don't even have a lot of influence on Twitter. I usually just jump around and have some fun. But let's just run with this Oaks channel. Also take note, the point of this channel is not really anything. It doesn't accomplish anything. I don't know what he's trying to do. In my sense, it's just dividing even more. He's dividing groups. He's sparking controversy. He's sparking and provoking fights. He's also clickbaiting in the sense that this video that he uploaded is Renee Creer, Afrikaner Eenheid. So people go click on that and they think, yes, South Africans are united, and they listen to the whole thing, and then after this girl spoke, he just starts bashing people on Twitter, which is legally, it's clickbaiting, because what he's selling here in his video is not what's happening when you look at the video.
En ek dink dit is goed as die plaasmoord bewusmaak veldtog, as hy oor die algemene reputasie het van, ja, maar die ouens wat oor plaasmoorde praat, hulle post net die waarheid. Dis hoekom ek het vanoggend vir haar retweet, en gedink dis die waarheid.
So this is where this guy's ego got bruised. He fell for the same thing I fell for, and he retweeted it, and he felt stupid, and he retracted, and then it's normal to go tell someone, this is fake, this is fake. Also, what he's doing here is, and I've seen it online, the moment you start jumping in and you start creating awareness out of nowhere, just because I want to do this, because it's inside of me to help people. He classes the group of people that work with farm murders and information. So they're easy and quick to say, we need awareness, we need help, but they're capping information in, they're capping it in, and when you don't step in their lines, instead of uniting or informing someone, they would bash you, or they would tear you apart, or for the example, take your account from Twitter and go put it on a YouTube channel. I don't even know what the reason for this is. Because if you look at this video, it's Afrikaner eenheid. That was what they were talking about. So I don't really fit in this video, except for the fact that he's using the momentum of people to bash people at the end of Twitter. It's not really very legal what he's doing, but it's okay, we'll get to that part. I just want to know, what is he thinking? What is his mission in his head by blasting this up so big?
Want ek het so gewond geraak van die plaasmoord ouens, hulle double check hulle goed. Die plaasmoord ouens is gewoonlik spatman. En toe was ek, jy weet, baie teleurgesteld toe ek nou sien wat actually gebeur het.
We can just stop this here in the sense that exactly what happened to me happened to him. Exactly the fact that okay, this is Hartswater, oh, let's post this. He did exactly the same, and he admits it here, but then again, he wants to make a point and turn it around that I'm spreading false information. This guy does not know the amount of damage that he's doing. Just saying.
Nou, ek sien wel op Piet het sy membership gekry. Daar op Piet is nou ook 'n masekind, away my masekind. En hy het my ook 'n R70 sticker gegee. Baie dankie vir jou. R70 donasie. Bel op Piet. Terwyl ons op die donasies en so aan is, kom ons loer gou hierso.
So here I just want to stop you in a sense that this oak is using this platform that he's posting stuff on to monetize under unethical practices. For example, in the same video he admits to this oak that's from overseas, that's paying him 15 euros, is paying his cigarettes, for example. I've got people from overseas that want to send in money to help farmers that don't have water, that don't have food, that need legal aid, things like that. And he's using this platform, deliberately spreading bait clicks, deliberately bashing good people. I'm a good person. I just posted a freaking video, and the simple thing is, I did not post a video of a cow jumping over the moon and saying this happened in Hartswater today. The actual fact is that video is so relevant, and this guy is doing his best to label it as fake. So in my mind, this all just plays out that we are divided within institutions. So AfriForum is an institution that covered this event from yesterday, and then the Suidlanders is an institution that covers the same event. So within any institution there's competition between the two. Whether this video was sent through, according to his thread here, someone said that they saw the same set of videos on the Suidlanders group. Isn't this oak just playing for AfriForum side, for example? It becomes very messy, so it's not a very clever thing to try and rip these things out, especially if it's based on false information, on his personalized feed of comments. So it's really the information that he's trying to freeze in frame on YouTube and videos that stays here forever is disinformative. It's not the truth, and this is how false information gets spread out. If any person reads my tweet, they will eventually find out and figure out, oh shit, this girl did. Or if they click on my profile, go and see I replied 1,000,000 times every thread I could. But he must tell me how you control it if 300,000 people, for example, responds on a tweet. Doesn't that lean to awareness more than, it's fake? It was not fake. It is so relevant. You know what's fake? Fake is something that doesn't exist, something that was made up. So the relevance, you just need to pack that out better before you make conclusions like this. And then also labeling and smacking and branding me, you're making a very big mistake. But let's carry on.
Stella Mans is die wenner. Kom ons kyk gou, wag ek gou. Hierdie kamera aan, sit daai nou af. As hy kyk hulle mooi net gesig kyk. Stella Mans, Marius Kroukamp, Stella Mans, Charmaine Jonk en anti-Marxist ZA as ook mannetjie.
So here is an example of dividing people into groups of comments or feelings. It can be race, it can be class, it can be any of those things. Let me just... I need to get to this thing. Yes. So this thing froze, but it's still here. The human herd mentality resulting in the desired product of sheeple, people who behave like sheep, are created by setting the control paradigms and normalities in society. This is done through the creation of identities provided for them by various institutions. Institutionalized identity is the root of all separatist behavior, and it is a root of racism or elitism or anything like that. In order for people to support the ideals of any institution, they must identify with it. This is done by institutionalization. All institutions have conflicting interests, and once institutionalized, the sheeple are then set to war with each other. The controlling few pull the strings and thus manipulate the conflict to create even more conflict. This is the point at which the controlling few have created the key element for controlling the masses. That is the age-old principle of divide, conquer, and rule. So what you're not realizing here is you are putting people into little boxes, making them fit little institutionalized identities based on your false assumptions. Your platform that you're working on doesn't even carry any value for anyone. It's not even moving forward. So why is this platform here? And why are you using it against other people?
Baie dankie dat julle chommies geraak het van Klipkop. En dat ek nog, ek is al so uitgehonger vir 'n sigaretie. Ek kan myself maar as groep staan ordentlik hou vir 'n uur. Ek dink die YouTube gemeenskap sal my nie vergewe as ek myself wangedra het met Renée nie.
This, for example, is just so funny because this oak went online on my Twitter feed and attacked one of my friends, calling him a smeg or whatever, but it loosely translates into some weird pervy oak chatting with girls online and just being eerie and creepy and liking this girl and standing up for her. And if you bounce a lot on Twitter and you in a thread or a trend, for example, you do make friends and you do make allies that grasps your mentality and they will back you, for example. This oak thinks he's got a massive influence over people, and that is basically just tipping the scale in his head of what is relevant and what is not. I also just want to explain institutions is what is going to sink South Africa. Institutions divides us. If you are an ABSA client, for example, you've got certain values in that sense because you chose that bank, so your identity and being lies within ABSA's image that the world has put out there. The same goes with Standard Bank or FNB or any of those things. It's institutions. We can only look at it as a simple platform. If you look at universities, for example, it's institutions that divide people. We play rugby matches against each other and races get fueled and all of those things. It's because of institutionalized identity. So what we all are looking for is freedom. We just want freedom. We don't want to be classed as something. What this oak is doing is just packing people into little compartments, but he's not even reaching a goal. If he were to be a political party, for example, he can pack his people in little boxes because there's an initial goal. So whenever you have this platform that you work on, just use it for something good. Don't use it for clickbait. Don't use it for people from overseas to pay you money so you can buy your cigarettes. So the people from outside of South Africa that's trying to help us and sending money in, you're just funneling that money straight back to Kopdoek or whatever her NDZ, whatever her name is. Like, don't you see this logic? Don't you see this reasoning?
Jay sê jy is reg Klipkop, daar is geen skaamte. Dit is ek hoor wat jy vir my sê. Om vir haar aan mekaar te hamer van ja, maar jy het verkeerd gedoen. Is teenstrydig met my sê ding wat sê daar's geen skaamte om jou kop uit jou gat te trek nie. Ek voel nog steeds sy kon die post afgehaal het. Maar die probleem is Loving Life het daaroor gerapporteer.
Wie's Loving Life? Dit is weer. It's an institutionalized something that he stuck his mind to, and he's now standing for that. It's just and look at his face. He's convincing this audience. He's not even just leaving it there for comments and playing it or being open for his mind to be shifted or so. He's deliberately using this and enticing people and forcing his view on it.
As dit troosbok, die ding is die proteste het gebeur, maar hulle het 'n verkeerde weerspieëling gegee waar die protes gegaan het. Nou lyk dit asof die boere en trekkers en dorsters gekom het en die hele hoofweg afgesny het, terwyl dit so 'n groterige groep bakkies was wat verby die hof gery het.
So yeah, once again he is misinformed because on his own timeline he posted photos, the same photos I posted in one of his own tweets, that shows how they're blocking off the highways. I don't get what this oak is on about. He's so biased and he's so I don't know, he's trying to influence people that doesn't really just listen to him.
Dit is nie hulle versprei fopnuus het so verloor die besigheid credibility. Ek voel as sy haar goed afval, dan vergeef ek haar heeltemal. Ek haal al my Twitter post af, maar tot dan toe, nee, ek jammer, ek kan nie met haar saamstem nie.
So here is a perfect example of him trying to take me captive into his institutionalized views. Again, deliberately threatening you that he's not going to stop pushing this campaign down because he feels, in his uneducated opinion, invalid, unvaluable. There's no value to his reasonings or his opinion. There's like really nothing. He's trying to say that I'm spreading false news. Was there a protest in Hartswater? Yes, there was. Was this video I posted from Hartswater? Yes, it was. Was it relevant to farm murders? Yes, it was. So I didn't post a video of Cape Town saying people in Hartswater are traveling here or things like that. It's really just him blowing it out of proportion. I obviously didn't know that this was a 2017 video. I'm not on social media and I code platforms, so I missed that whole Black Monday. I don't even have a clue what it's all about, for example, which is where I'm uneducated. And I went and I read up about it, and I'm like, well, this is exactly the same we're trying to do today. Even more, if you can just put the bracket on it, from 2017 to until today, we're still doing the same things. The farmers are still fighting for the same things. So I don't get how he's pushing this down. I don't get how he puts this puzzle together, unless it's for his own gain, his own institutionalized view that he's pushing on people, which is why he took it off of Twitter onto his own YouTube channel. Because if you let's take Steve Hofmeyer, for example, he gets a lot of media attention. If he posts something and someone does not agree with it, they would chat about it on Twitter and people would kind of just bash it out in the threads. But if you take a certain amount of those comments and you go put it on Steve Hofmeyer's live TV show on TV or wherever he can feature with his masses, they are going to believe what he's saying because they are paying and subscribing for his channel because they're institutionalized in that paradigm. It's their psyche that functions like that. So what this guy's doing here is he's just baiting for attention.
€15 is R300. Dit smaak vir my. Johan van B is definitief die #1 champion hierso. Magtig Johan van B. Ek het nooit besef dis hoe baie werd nie. Dis baie meer werd as ek gedink het. Dit smaak my dis jy wat my in die lewe hou. Johan van B sponsor my sigarette, my derbies.
So that right there just put me off completely about his mentality. For example, the fact that he has to smoke on a live stream to to put it out. You can just pop a tweet and say, hey, I smoke, and we'll all get it. There's no need to do it like this. If you look at this feed, it's 1 hour and 20 minutes. The fact that he couldn't keep himself in like that, again, he just had to push the agenda that I'm a rebel, I break the law, I smoke. I also smoke, bro. But I'm not sitting here with cigarettes in my hand or creating YouTube channels for people from overseas to pay me money to just buy cigarettes to just give it back to our government. Like, just get with the program.
Dan gaan boy vra, wat se werk doen jy? YouTube of iets anders ook? Want jy kyk daarna. Die ding is, ek was juist nog onlangs gewees by die arbeidsterapeut. En sy het van ook al hierdie orde af, ek het hulle nog nie nou nodig. En wie weet, ek sien nie daarna uit nie. Maar nog steeds, die werk wat ek nou kry, gaan moet meer geld inbring as wat ek in YouTube, uit YouTube op die oomblik kry. En dit lyk dan ek kry so R1000 'n maand. It was forwarded today. Looks like they came directly from the person who took the videos.
There he knows it was forwarded on a WhatsApp group.
Kom ek wys gou nou vir julle hoe hard ek nou probeer om vir hierdie ou te verduidelik.
So the moment he got capped
ek het die
online.
oorspronklike video toe uiteindelik opgespoor. Dis all I know.
So he immediately got capped online, and then his first reaction that he was jumping onto one of my friends' timelines that actually just came up to me and said, hey, did you read her thing? Did you see what it's about, for example? But before he attacks one of my friends, he first has to build up some little bit of credibility with regards that he found the original video from 2017. This is again deliberately splitting the attention away from the farm murders and these people that was brutally murdered to your timeline. Like, your mentality is just not okay, bro.
Daar's die oorspronklike video.
So then he struggles.
Copy video address. Nou gaan ek vir die ou hierso, they are from 2017. En ek gaan nou die ou kyk of hy dit afhaal of nie. Want dit is nou ouens wat sien, hulle kry aandag en so aan van hierdie tweet af, so hulle wil hom nou ook nie afhaal nie.
He's the one getting attention from these
tweets. Dit nou by die regte plek uitkom.
No. Daft.
Oh. Daai lyk vir my beter. About 3 years ago, I say. So ek hoop hierdie ou glo nou vir my, want ek meen sy dit so versprei as die waarheid is. Tot wanneer mense met bewyse kom en vir jou sê, hoor die soort is nie die waarheid.
This petition did happen, is my main point. He's trying to push the fact that I am spreading fake information, deliberately attacking my personality, deliberately attacking my friends' personalities. The repercussions of this, I work with many clients online, so this is not a bad thing for him, but it's a bad thing for my business and my clients that I work with, or my projects that I launch, for example. To put it into perspective, the type of person that this oak is and that I am, for the whole entire lockdown, I've delivered 4 websites for clients. I have not charged anything for those websites. I did it out of the kindness and goodness of my heart, in the sense that there was a trauma center, for example, that's system wasn't okay to run a gender-based violence campaign. So I won't just do the campaign for them. I'll write their whole new website over, give them a new fancy one. But just, there's value in working with people. There's value in having platforms. There's a proud feeling in creating ambience and unity. What this oak is doing is really just dividing everything.
Sê hulle van nee, ek het dit vandag gekry. Anyway, ek is seker te vol nonsens. Ek is seker te vol nonsens. Daar 'n boy vra of Jason McFarlane van Skotse herkoms is. Natuurlik, hy's 'n makker. Hoekom is daar so baie makkers in die DA? Dis McFarlane en McKenzie en allerlei makkers.
Crap.
Dis maak my die hele DA van Skotse herkoms. Jason McFarlane sê, ek het dit ook geretweet, maar na jou tweet het ek dadelik dit van my blad afgehaal. Ek self ook, die ding is, as jy mense soos daai binne in jou vriendekring hou, en hulle goed retweet, jy val daarvoor, jy retweet dit, dan verloor jy credibility. Omdat...
So there we just packed out the whole thing and he's admitted it all. He had faith in this person because I am a valuable person on Twitter in the sense that I don't spread crap. It's always for awareness, or spreading news or anything like that. But he felt stupid and humiliated that he retweeted something and he fell in the same thing, and then it automatically just goes out to his crowd or his influencers. Or people that he influenced. I think this oak sees himself as an influencer, but yet he's not influencing anything except for dividing this country more and grabbing likes for himself, which selfish.
Daai ander persoon onverskillig is.
His videos is very boring. There's not really
Daar
happening
word
anything.
of ek 'n Patreon het. Ek moet net seker oopmaak, jy weet, dat ek meer ernstig raak om my besigheid. Maar ek is nie 'n professionele ou nie, ek dink eintlik half is dit goed. Jy praat hier met 'n net 'n normale dude by die huis wat hopeloos te veel tyd op sy hande het om op die internet te sit.
So there, I just want to stop. This is the most disgusting thing I can ever hear when it comes out of someone's mouth, and they can be proud about it. For example, to say that I have more than enough time to just sit around on the internet and just, like, I don't know, talk absolute crap. I know, being a boer myself, I know that you measure a man on his actions and his words and those things, and if you don't have any drive in you to work, for example, or to create anything, make a difference in this country, and then saying on top of that that I have got way too much time on my hands and I'm on the internet, and dude, just, I don't know if he ever listens to himself or listens to the things that he's saying, but most of the sentences that come out of his mouth, like, really doesn't even make any sense.
En 'n bietjie gesels. Dan Hashem sê, dieselfde video was op die Suidlanders WhatsApp groep geplaas as dit nou gebeur het. Ek het self sien jy 'n klomp mense daaroor geval.
So this is where my whole point comes in. Here, one of his own people confirmed that it came out of a, where is this? A Suidlanders WhatsApp group. Asof dit nou gebeur het. This is most likely the exact same information that I got. And then he admits that there's many other people that fell for this. But then again, he singles me out. The person that's gotten so much international attention, that's worked on this for months, to find that perfect time to just get the international farmers on this. I don't really understand what his mission is, other than he feels humiliated, because as soon as my friends on Twitter packed it out for him, he started attacking them, he started calling them names, and it's just not cool. It's just not cool. Here you have it, the Suidlanders WhatsApp group. So I didn't want to post on Twitter that this came from Suidlanders WhatsApp group, because then I'll have AfriForum on my side, and as you know, I don't really fall for institutionalized crap that just causes controversy. But this oak is pushing it. This oak is exactly doing what I am fighting not to do. And then he thinks he's got it all in wraps because he's got his own YouTube channel, but if you take this oak's character into consideration, he's not a very good person to be an influencer online in the first place. Wait, let's play it further.
En ewe skielik is die plaasmoordewusmaking mense se naam geskend nou.
So there we go, exactly. He just said him himself. That's why I kind of took the rap on me to not get the AfriForum Suidlanders game going there. But this is exactly what he's doing. He's promoting the DA, and the DA works hand in hand with AfriForum. So it's biased, it's institutionalized. If anyone comes on this channel, and he's also doing it in Afrikaans, which is why I'm deliberately doing it in English, because he comes on this channel and he's not an open platform that he's trying to just berispe mekaar. Let's just keep each other at ease. Let's just talk about it. Let's figure this out. That's the idea that he's pushing. But it's not. It's biased views. So I covered the fact that Suidlanders WhatsApp group, and I'm not even a part of their group. This was just some friend of mine that said, please just share this. This is happening. Because I also got it from the people that work with the farm murders, like he said. But again, the moment the public starts jumping in and wanting to help, these institutions and people are so like, this was my campaign and I did this and I did that, and no, it was AfriForum, it was the DA, it was Marula Media, it was whoever you want to gooi, almal in mekaar. Because this is exactly what he's doing. He's building up, and then everything will just tank. But nobody knows. This oak's views is not okay. Just there, this makes me innocent. This proves that I didn't go do that deliberately. But he doesn't want to say anything. He just leaves it. He leaves
it. Rooi Mary Master is ook hierso. Geen de tooi van 'n Merwe Du Plessis in die DA. Nog nie.
Again, DA.
Gaan jy eendag 'n DA man wees? Gaan jy 'n spanspeler wees vir die DA?
So if anyone from the ANC or EFF or SAPM or whoever jumps on this thread, it would immediately spark controversy, and they will see the things we see here as a fact. They will take it upon as an actual fact because it's on a YouTube channel. So this oak does not realize what he's doing. This is his feed, yo. This is the platform that he uses.
Hier van die Frisians en die Celtic ancestors. Maar mense, ek dink ek gaan dit net daarso los. Ek gaan 'n bietjie sit op Discord hier nou. Dan kan as jy nog 'n bietjie wil gesels onder mekaar ook gesels. Ek sien Swedem, Gio en JC McFarlane, julle is meer as welkom.
So what he does here is he moves on from the Twitter platform, then he goes to the YouTube platform, and then he goes to Discord. I also have Discord. It's what we use when we play games online and things like that. But yet again, it's another platform of people that he's influencing, and he's taking his controlled facts and algorithms from his Twitter feed and screenshots, putting it onto his YouTube channel, getting his type of people to comment, and then taking that further to Discord. So in the end of the thing, I've reached 300,000 people, by God, thank you, to be aware of farmers. But this oak has reached 300,000 people. Well, let's make it 30,000. He's not that active. But he's reached a couple of thousand of people saying that this did not happen. That he's putting the bad light on these farmers. He's putting the bad light on these murders. If you just go look at my initial tweet, it was as clear as anything. Where are we now? I can't even go back to it. But let's just go. I don't know why this oak has an issue with me at the moment. So I joined in June 2020 because I have always worked on clients' profiles and I didn't feel like creating my own profile. Within that time, I've gained 1,740 followers. So I don't know what threat I am to this guy. I don't know what influence he thinks I am, but he's taking down good-hearted people. There are a lot of people online that's using the platforms to spread false news, but do go take those people on And then also there's a relevance with the video that I posted and the rest of the thread. So I also just want to point this out.